I'm looking right, baby. She wanna link, I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the oldest wobble wobble. Just thought he's fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African twin, he ain't spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. Finish the bottle when that whole thing, she a model. She in the mirror like it's showtime, the Apollo. Catch up the phone and I pull up in the Tahoe. Thought it's boring, I ain't calling unless she swallow. She don't listen, I ain't tripping, she don't follow. Got another where he swerving on the potholes. Got another thought, he thinks she hit the lotto. She pop a perky, then she chase it with Moscato. This bitch is bad, she fucking all the drug dealers. I took his bitch and then I took his plug, nigga. Have her back, I'm getting to the bag, nigga. Bust in your house, I'm running through your stash, nigga. On the grand flash, I know that cash, nigga. Part in my back, I'm counting all these stacks, nigga. Gucci duffel, Louis on my ass, nigga. Hennessy and TNT, we blast, nigga. Ferragamo on my chest, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna link, I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the oldest wobble wobble. Just thought he fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African swing, he ain't spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. This whole insect, she fucking on the damn crew. Coming out of sock, she lost her damn shoe. Her friend and poppin', she ain't got no damn clue. Rollin' O's and weed and smoking bamboo. Smoking gelato when the Tahoe smell the fucking jar. She wanna ride with me cause we look like some movie stars. This thotty moving faster than a speeding car. Coming through the door with no panties on. Poppin' Molly's and you know she took a Zanny bar. Talking about a Mazda is a family car. I hit her with a curve, then the coup de grace. Zillow games, I'm shaking up the dice, baby. She wanna stay with me so we can make the night, baby. She wanna be with me so I can lay the pipe, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. Ferragamo on my chest, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna link, I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the oldest wobble wobble. Just thought he's fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African swing, he ain't spin, hit the throttle.
Yes.
She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby.
Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. I love it now. Kinda hot. Welcome to the Check-in Report, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here tonight. Late night edition. Let me get everything queued up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second here. Get everything queued up. Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure I X this out. All right. We are here to talk about AI content. Anybody know anything about AI content? AI content is taking over the internet. It's all over Instagram. And they're using something called Soros, an app called Soros that can make AI content. And the particular videos that they are choosing to make are Tupac videos and Martin Luther King. We've been seeing these videos all over the Instagram. We've seen Instagrams with Tupac in Cuba, MLK, Martin Luther King at the jewelry store. And I'm here to ask the question: is it disrespectful? Is it disrespectful to the family? Is it disrespectful to the family? Is it disrespectful to the loved ones? Is it disrespectful? We're here to talk about it today. Give me 1 second. Oh man, did I crash or something? What happened to my? Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm having some technical difficulties right now. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, I think I'm back. Yeah, that's weird. That's never happened before when my camera just went out there. Okay, I think I'm back, y'all. I'm back. All right. Yeah, let me know if that happens again. That's the first time that happened. But we're here to talk about AI content today. Do you guys think it's harmful? Do you guys think it's detrimental to have? They even have Kobe Bryant. They have Kobe Bryant in an AI content video, and we're gonna look at these videos and we're gonna discuss. We're gonna ask ourselves: is this disrespectful? Me, in my opinion, I think that it's a bit disrespectful to the families of Tupac, to the families of MLK, to the family of Kobe Bryant. you know, to put, you know, these celebrities, these people that people love, and yes, you know, to a degree, these are people that we've lived with. These are people that we love. These are people that we care about. These are people that we've seen. But you know, these people all have families. These people all have loved ones, and to be putting them in these videos where it could be deemed disrespectful, putting Tupac in a strip club, putting MLK at the jewelry store, Kobe Bryant, they putting him in WWE rings. It could be deemed disrespectful. So we're gonna take a look at some of this content, and we're gonna see if this is disrespectful. Now, this is a video with Tupac and Kobe Bryant. Let's play this video. Hold on, and put the audio on. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right.
That'd be 2250.
Hold up, Kobe Bryant, ain't you supposed to be dead?
Wait a minute, weren't you supposed to be?
Touche.
Guess we're both running late, huh?
Yeah, man, give me that.
Large.
This is disrespectful. Do you really think that the families of Tupac Shakur, you gotta think these two individuals, these two brothers, they're no longer here. Their families are looking at these videos, and you guys are making this type of content. They did not sign off on this. You know, I believe you have to have the rights of these people to even have the rights to even use it. You can't just take somebody's likeness and just put their likeness and put it to a video and put it up and just have it go viral. I mean, I would think there would be some type of litigation, in my opinion. And I'm seeing these videos, they're going viral, and it's mostly black celebrities. It's black celebrities. I don't see them using any other celebrities. I don't see them using white celebrities. You know, I did see some videos actually with Kurt Cobain and other celebrities, but it's the videos that keep popping up and circulating on my feed are black celebrities. It's Kobe Bryant, it's MLK, it's Tupac Shakur. I've seen Malcolm X, Michael Jackson. And I just want to know, do you guys think that this is disrespectful? Let's play another one. There's one, I seen one earlier where they had Martin Luther King in the jewelry store. Hold on, let me see if I can find that joint. They had Martin Luther King in the jewelry store. Let me see if I can find that one where they had Martin Luther King in the jewelry store. Let me see if they got Freddie Mercury on here. They got Michael Jackson at the Target. Look, MLK at the jewelry store. Do you really think the family of MLK want this? Do you really think the family of MLK want this garbage out? Where you're disrespecting this man. Here, this man died a freedom fighter. Say whatever you want. And listen, I have my critiques of Martin Luther King. I have my critiques of Martin Luther King. But say whatever you want about the man. The man died for what he believed in. Right? The man put his life on the line. He was a freedom fighter. He was a person. Now, like I said, you know, I have a lot of criticisms of MLK, but the man did, you know, fight for his people. The man did try to fight for the embetterment of his people. They tried to do the right thing. You know, the government, you know, did whatever they did, right? We all know that the government systematically oppressed them. We know that the government and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, they did everything to manipulate. They did everything to, get at this man, and you know, they ultimately possibly may have been behind his demise. I would think that, in my opinion, it's very distasteful to take these artificial intelligent images and make this type of content and besmirch MLK's name for future generations. And I think it's disrespectful. Let's continue though. Let's play the video.
I had a dream that we are not judged by the color of our skin, but by the clarity of our diamond. And shine! We made it, fam.
This is disrespectful to the family. This is 1000% disrespectful. How could this not be deemed disrespectful? How could this not be deemed disrespectful? Right? This is not what MLK was fighting for. You know, we like who, and we have to ask ourselves, right? Who's behind putting this flood of information, this flood of AI generated content out? Who's behind that? Who's flooding this misinformation? Because we have to be careful about future generations. Future generations are gonna, they're gonna go to school and they're gonna read the textbooks, right? And they're gonna read about the things that Martin Luther King did. Then they're gonna go on Instagram and then they're gonna see these types of videos. So we have to be careful with the historicity of a lot of things. A lot of things could be, fooling the eyes, if you will. But yeah, if we're gonna have a discussion about if this is disrespectful, I don't think it's even a question if this is disrespectful. You're not putting MLK in a positive light. You're making him look like a charlatan, a greedy individual, only driven by money, only driven by diamonds, jewelry, and things of that nature. Who's putting this misinformation out? And we also have to have a conversation about AI. Is AI racist? AI is the one making the content. AI is the one generating these images. AI is the one generating these things. AI is the one generating these concepts, these jokes, these scenarios. AI is the one generating these things. We have to have a question. We have to have a real dialogue. Is AI racist? Is AI racist? Why is AI generating content making Martin Luther King look like a charlatan, making him look like he's only driven by money and jewelry and like he's a rapper or something like that? Why is AI generating these types of videos? Why are they generating these videos? Or maybe it's someone, plugging in these concepts. Maybe they're when they asking AI to make videos, they're saying, yeah, put MLK in the jewelry store. Make him say, yeah, I'm getting this money. Or, maybe somebody's, telling AI to do this. But if AI is creating the joke, if AI is creating the content, we have to have a discussion about AI. Is AI racist? Why are they besmirching our heroes like this? Why are they disrespecting? If you want to put Pac in certain scenario, Pac was a rapper. Let's just be real with Pac. Just no disrespect to Pac. I love Pac, but Pac wasn't a freedom fighter. People love to say he was. People love to say, oh, his mother was a Black Panther, yada yada yada. But at the core of the issue, Pac was not a freedom fighter. Pac was just a person who was a rapper. He was a great rapper. He had love for Black people. I think he definitely did. I think that he had a lot more to say. I think that he was a great actor. But Pac is not a Martin Luther King. Pac is not a Malcolm X. He's not a freedom fighter, right? He's just a rapper and an actor, and a good one at that. But he's not a freedom fighter. In particular, when it comes to Martin Luther King, these are our heroes. These are the people that fought for the betterment of Black Americans, for Black people in America. For they fought on the front lines for us. So to see people put these Black heroes, these people who fought on the front lines for the embedment of Black people, who not to mention that people like MLK and Malcolm X and people of that ilk. Not to mention that they are heroes, but a lot of communities, whether it be the Hispanic community, whether it be the migrant community, whether it be the Asian community, a lot of those communities hopped on the back of Martin Luther King. It was all the advancements that Martin Luther King fought for minorities that other minority groups hopped on his back, right? Let's not forget that. But yeah, for them to put our heroes in this type of light, it's very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. In the family, I should have had the comment from the Martin Luther King family. Martin Luther King family has spoken on this. They don't like these AI videos. They don't like you guys besmirching the name of their father. They don't like you besmirching the name of this good man who fought on the red line, who fought on the front lines. Look, they got one of Eazy-E. I want to play another Martin Luther King one. Let's play another Martin Luther King one. Hold on, let's play this one. Martin Luther King, another AI Martin Luther King video. Let's play this one.
Sir, you have to pay for that. What will you do?
I have a dream that one day this drink will be free.
This isn't about dreams, sir. It's about paying for a slushie. He's running. Martin Luther King Jr.'s fleeing.
Now they're making Martin Luther King a thief.
You don't find that suspicious?
Who's making these videos? What white supremacist is making these videos disrespecting and besmirching the name of this man who fought for the embedment of black people? Who's making this content? Who's okaying this? And like I said, we have to have a discussion. Is AI racist? Because, yeah, you know, somebody may be plugging in these concepts and they're saying, yo, make Martin Luther King steal something in a 7-Eleven. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's AI that are creating these concepts. They're creating these jokes. They're creating these skits. They think it's funny that a black hero like Martin Luther King is in a store stealing something, talking about he had a dream that the drinks will be free. We have to have a discussion about AI. Is AI racist? So far, I haven't seen a video that I can say isn't harm. This is harmless. I mean, excuse me. There's not a video, excuse me, that I have seen that I can't say that it's not harmless. All of these videos, in my opinion, are harmless. They're harmless to. I mean, they're. Excuse me. Let me stop saying they're harmless. These videos are not harmless. These videos are detrimental. They're detrimental to future generations. They're detrimental to the next generation. You got to remember, this generation of young adults and young people, they live online. You know, the kids are not. Salute to Sinclair. I see Sinclair's in the building. Salute to Sinclair. Yeah, you know, this generation of kids today, they live online. You know, they're not like the kids of old that would read books and, you know, kids that would, do the research, go to the library. You know, these are not the generation of kids today. This generation, they live on the internet. They live on their phones. They live on Instagram. Anything that they see, they believe. If they see a video of Martin Luther King stealing a drink out of a store, and then they go to school the next day and they're doing a lesson on Martin Luther King, they're more inclined to believe that Martin Luther King is stealing drinks in a grocery store. They're more inclined to believe this video. Fire! 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 You know, and I think it's very detrimental that we are allowing this. And and salute to the Martin Luther King family. They're not in agreement. Here go another video. I think this is Martin Luther King again. Let's play this one.
6767. I just got a barbershop haircut that costs $25 all the way down in Ohio. Baby, Grump's Skibidi toilet. 676.
Another video. There's a lot of jibber jabber. I don't know what's going on with that one. Let's play some more though. They have a bunch of these videos. They got one with Malcolm X. We're gonna play the Malcolm X one.
I have a dream that everybody will get bad bitches for life.
Now they're making Martin Luther King into a whoremonger. And like I said, we have to be careful with this tool AI. They're rewriting history with this AI. Remember what I said about future generations. The future generations, they don't read. They don't read. They don't go to the library. They don't do the lessons. They don't look things up. Salute the FBA. I see FBA is in the building. They don't look things up. They don't do the research. They don't do these things. Everything that they see on the internet, they believe. So if they see a video, this is why this is so detrimental. We have to think about future generations of black babies, future generations of adults watching this content. When I was coming up, I didn't see videos like this. I didn't see videos of Martin Luther King in grocery stores stealing items. I didn't see videos of Martin Luther King talking about I have a dream of bad BITCHs. I didn't see MLK in a WWE ring. These kids are inclined to believe what they see. They're not looking at Martin Luther King as a hero. They're not looking at Martin Luther King as, you know, all of these things. They're gonna their first introduction to this man who done so much for Black Americans, who done so much for civil rights, who's done so much for minority groups. And I have my criticisms of Martin Luther King, right? But the man did fight. The man did fight for what he believed in. He was a freedom fighter, right? But the introduction for a lot of young adults is going to be these videos. So AI can be very detrimental to a lot of these young people coming of age. This will be the first introduction to young kids. You think these kids are paying attention in school? When they have these dopamine receptors going off, you know, they said that when people go like this on their phone, it's like a dopamine receptor going off into their brain. When they're constantly going like this, watching video after video after video after video after video after video, and the videos like this pop up, this is going to be their first introduction to MLK. And they're not going to see all the great work that he did. They're not going to see all the organization that he had, all of the sit-ins and the marching and the speeches and the galvanizing the people and the bus boycotts and all of the great work that he did to enrich the lives of Black American people. They're not going to see that. They're not going to see the great work. They're not going to see him on the front line. They're not going to see all of the times he was out there getting hit upside the head with billy clubs, getting thrown in prison, German shepherds biting them all in his ass. All of the hard work that he did for Black Americans and minority groups in America. They're not going to see that. Their first introduction is going to be trash like this.
I have a dream that everybody will get bad bitches for life.
This can be detrimental. We have to think about the future generations of our babies, the future generations of our kids. Let's be real. When it comes to Black history, it's already been tainted. It's already been fooled with. It's already been skewed. It's already been tainted. It's already been told from a white perspective. We've already had a lot of misinformation in Black history already. Now we're going to add an element of AI, and future generations of our Black babies are going to be watching videos like this. This is detrimental to the Black mind. This is detrimental to future generations. This is detrimental. So, you know, I don't know about the future of AI. And like I said, like, we have to ask ourselves, is AI racist? Who's coming up with these concepts? Let me see if we can play some more. We're going to get into the rappers, but I want to focus more on the Martin Luther King and stuff like that, because I think that that's a little bit more detrimental.
Sir, you still have to pay for the slushie.
My sister, I have a dream that one day this slushie will be free for all who thirst.
Sir, hey, sir, this isn't about dreams. It's about paying for your slushie. Sir, you still have to.
Why are they making Martin Luther King into a thief? Why are they doing this? Can somebody tell me? Why are they doing this? Why are they making MLK into a thief? Do they find this funny? This is AI content. Somebody said AI is wild. You're absolutely right. AI is wild. For them to come up with this. And like I said, we have to ask ourselves, is AI racist? Is it racist? Or the people coming up with these concepts? It could be the person coming up with these concepts, or it could be AI coming up with these concepts. Let's play another MLK. We're gonna get into the other ones. There's Michael Jackson videos, there's Tupac videos. We're gonna get into them all. We're gonna play these videos. Let's get back into another one.
I'm tired of motherfucker cursing school telling me always in the barber shop, Chief Keef ain't about this, Chief Keef ain't about that. My boy BD on 4 Ken Lamron and them. I'm tired of motherfucker cursing school.
This is what they're playing. This is what they're playing. Let's get into a Michael Jackson video. They got Michael Jackson stealing Kentucky Fried Chicken at the KFC. This is what they're doing. This is what AI. And I want to ask you, the overall question tonight is AI dangerous? Is it detrimental to the mind? Let's play the Michael Jackson video.
Your chicken's looking nice, pal.
Hey, woo! Yo, he stole my chicken!
Got a crispy treasure, can't slow me down. Hot and golden, I'm out at this town. Move, move, Friday victory.
Well, get back here.
Run, spin, slide, I'm gliding out the door. Friday.
Michael Jackson still in a bucket of chicken. Can't the man rest in peace? Can't this man rest in peace? This man has given the world happiness. This man has given the world great music. When the man was here, the record companies, they threw everything at him. Fake allegations. I believe all of those allegations were false. I don't think Michael Jackson did anything with those kids. I think it was all fabricated. He got taken advantage of because they saw that he was willing to pay out instead of go to trial. I'm not going to say Michael Jackson never hurt anybody. He probably hurt people before. But was he guilty of doing those things to those children? I think not. But all of the things that this man gave to the world, the happiness, the music, the entertainment, you put all these false allegations on this man. The man worked his whole life on those stages, working hard. The man's no longer here. He can't rest in peace. You're making AI videos with him stealing buckets of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Nobody thinks about the family. See, people get on these, they make these videos. And listen, I know we all feel like, these are public figures. These are people we live with forever. And we've all grown up and watched Michael Jackson. We've all seen Michael Jackson. We love Thriller, Billie Jean. We love all of this. We feel like we know Michael Jackson. But the man's no longer here. Did anybody think about the man's family? And how they feel about watching AI content with him stealing a bucket of fried chicken and KFC? Did anybody think about that? Fire! 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 Did anybody think about how the children would feel? Right? I believe Michael Jackson's mother is still alive. How his mother would feel, how his brothers and sisters would feel about you guys creating AI content with him stealing buckets of fried chicken. The man's no longer here. If you was making AI content with, celebrities that were alive, at least we can sit back and laugh at it. If you had John Cena and a KFC stealing a bucket of fried chicken, if you had, somebody, a celebrity that was alive stealing buckets of fried chicken, maybe we could all laugh and just find it funny and just say, oh, this is kind of funny. But you guys are doing this with celebrities that are no longer here. Nobody's thinking about the family. Nobody's thinking about how they feel.
I love in my arms, can't give it up no more. Hey, your chicken's looking nice, pal.
Hey, woo!
Yo, he stole my chicken!
Got a crispy treasure, can't slow me down. Hot and golden, I'm out at this town. Move, move, Friday victory.
Well, get back here.
We have to ask ourselves, is AI racist? Why do you got Michael Jackson stealing buckets of fried chicken and KFC? Hold up. You ask yourself this, because I'm asking this, because the first question that I'm asking on this thing is AI harmless? I mean, is AI detrimental, and is it is AI dangerous, and what is it, and what, and the thing, and the visions and what they're putting out, is it bad for people, right? That's the first question. But my second question we have to ask is AI racist?
You don't find that suspicious?
Why do they got Michael Jackson stealing a bucket of fried chicken and KFC?
You don't find that suspicious?
Why not? Why didn't they have Michael Jackson and Papa John selling pizza?
You don't find that suspicious?
Why didn't they have Michael Jackson in a Chinese restaurant, still in, some pork fried rice?
You don't find that suspicious?
Why didn't they have Michael Jackson in Olive Garden?
You don't find that suspicious?
Red Lobster.
You don't find that suspicious?
Dunkin' Donuts.
You don't find that suspicious?
Arby's.
You don't find that suspicious?
Why did AI decide to have Michael Jackson in KFC as a Black American hero, an entertainer? They decided him to be in KFC stealing buckets of fried chicken.
You don't find that suspicious?
I'm asking the question, is AI racist? That's my second question tonight. Is AI racist? Is artificial intelligence racist? We have to ask ourselves this. That's my question tonight. I want to know. Of course, they got more videos. We're gonna play some Tupac ones. They got Tupac and they got Kobe. Let me see this Malcolm X one.
We can't just turn the other cheek like King, bitch ass. Oh no, if somebody touch me, it's gonna be a Jet 2 holiday by any means necessary.
Absolutely garbage and trash. Let me see what else we got here. They got Michael Jackson in Walmart.
Just buy one, get one free on milk. Right, but it expired last July. We're in October, ma'am. Can't you just, override it? I could, but then I get written up, and I like this job.
Here, this man was the biggest star on the planet, toured the globe. People fainted at the mere sight of this man. The king of pop. But you minimize this black man and put him as a cashier in Walmart.
You don't find that suspicious?
Is AI racist? I'm just asking a question. I am just asking the question. Here we got a white celebrity. We got two white celebrities. Let me see what they playing with Kurt Cobain and Freddie Mercury. Let me see what they're doing with these guys.
Release the Epstein files. They really thought they got away with that.
So this one with Epstein, okay. See this Kurt Cobain one.
A shotgun's one of the simplest tools there is.
Wow.
But simple doesn't mean safe. Every time you...
Oh my goodness, that's terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. Who is behind this? Like, I would think that there would be some type of lawsuit that you could just take people. Like, listen, I understand AI. I understand that this is the new wave. This is where we're headed in society. This is where we're headed. But I would think that you would have to pay you can't just use people's likeness and their voices. Like, come on. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Let me see. You got Tupac with Juice WRLD. Hold on. Let me just look at some of this other stuff. Kobe Bryant. I'm just kind of get to some of these other ones. Michael Jackson in the UFC ring. Let me play that.
Michael, incredible performance tonight. 3rd round rear naked choke. How you feeling?
I'm just thankful, man. It was a tough fight. He caught me early, but I stayed composed, stayed smooth, kept my rhythm.
Michael, incredible.
Disrespectful. More disrespectful videos. Albert Einstein. Let's see what this is about.
Look, officer, it's pure logic, straight from the source. Square root of -1, complex enough to bend your mind.
You bagged up math?
Only the finest. Integral series, a little relativity if you want to stay up all night. No cut. Look, officer, it's pure logic, straight from...
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Is this where we're headed? I'm not even going to play that video. I see something I don't want to even look at. Something with Kobe. I'm not playing that. And listen, they have a few ones that are like in good taste. I seen one with Tupac and Mr. Rogers. That one, I felt like that one was in good taste. I was like, this is a good taste. I mean, this is something. It gives me good vibes. Like, you know, him and Mr. Rod. Let me see if I can play that one. Because I feel like there's a few of them that are harmless. There's a few like this one. I felt like this one was harmless. This one, I feel like this one, it was good vibes, and this one was harmless. This one with Tupac and Mr. Rogers, I feel like this one was harmless.
You could stop by.
Appreciate you having me, Mr. Rogers.
Please have a seat. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and even better with new friends.
Feels real peaceful in here. Kind of reminds me to slow down a bit.
Everyone, welcome, neighbor.
Yeah, I feel like that one was harmless. There's a few of them that are like, this is harmless. You know, I can't see this hurting anyone's feelings too much outside of the family. But you know, there's a few of them that were just like this very in bad taste. Like the one with Kurt Cobain so far, that's probably like the worst one I've seen. That was pretty gruesome to have, you know, like you're having Kurt Cobain talk about shotguns. Like, who does that? Sinclair says in 2024, the Elvis law that allows any person's image used without permission to be sued. See, there you go. People may have to look into that. Sinclair says, I'll be copywriting my image. It's about $250. I don't want my deep fakes out there. Wow. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, but I have to look into that Elvis law, man. I mean, I think like if this is where we're headed, this is kind of scary, you know? And I did see that they put the deep fake law into effect. I don't know if you guys know. Well, these are like, you know, this is almost like deep fakes. But there was a law that was passed maybe a couple months ago about deep fakes because there was an issue there that people were going to use deep fakes on children. And you know, in terms of adult content, so that was very scary. You know, that children could be used in deep fake content. That's very scary. We're potentially talking about somebody's child, and taking that child's image and putting them in an adult situation. That was absolutely scary. So there was there's a law out there in terms of deep fake that was restricting the use of deep faking and the websites that have it, right? But they're still creating artificial intelligent content and making content like we're seeing today. It's very crazy, and a lot of it is soulless. A lot of it is soulless. A lot of it is very soulless. But then there are some like the ones I just played, like, and even like the video Tupac in Cuba. I thought that this was a cute video. It wasn't that bad. There's a couple of videos that it's like, it's not too bad.
Just out here vibing in Havana, you feel me?
No way! Tupac, bro! Please sign my shirt!
All right, you got a pen?
Bro, it's actually you! What the fuck?
Let me see that. Appreciate you, man. Hello, world. So you thought I was dead. Nah, I just been chilling right here in Cuba. Life has been good.
Wow, Papi! You look exactly like Tupac.
Well, that's because I am, baby.
No way!
Yeah, outside of the family, because I could feel that the families of these individuals would say, yeah, this is disrespectful, and we don't want this trash out. But outside of the families, from like a couple of these videos, they're not too bad. They're in good taste. This video of Tupac in Havana, it's in good taste. But there's a few of them that that are just not in good taste. Like Martin Luther King stealing things out of a store, that's not in good taste. Kurt Cobain talking about shotguns, that's disrespectful and poor taste. They got Tupac. They had Tupac and Biggie in a UFC ring. That was in bad taste. What else we had here? This was Tupac and Biggie at 106 in Park. You know, I thought that was harmless. That was nice to
It just
see.
felt like the right time. We both grown. We both got something to say, and the people been waiting.
Yeah, and it's bigger than us, man. We taking all the stories, the mistakes, the love, and we pouring it into these records.
So y'all really
It's
locked
a movement, and we ain't let lights up, cameras rolling. We got the whole game watching.
And all they want is this crisp refreshment right here.
Ice cold Pepsi, feel that vibe. Take a sip, let the city come alive.
Smooth, sweet, no sugar needed.
Big flavor, big energy. Just yo, Pop,
The wheel driving itself, man.
This thing out here cruising like it got a chauffeur. You ain't even
I
touching it.
swear, I ain't doing nothing. Car smarter than half the dudes I know.
Yo, he really just did that?
Man, he's wild, and look at his face. You better chew before you choke.
It's too much. And we only halfway. Look at this, that's loud. I'm talking royalty net right here. Fits like a dream. Yo, Pac, what's good? I just pulled the illest Cool G on earth, my guy. Yeah, it's over. I beat you. It just felt like the.
Yeah, you know, I felt like, you know, that was in decent taste. You know, some of these are in decent taste. Some of these are not bad. You know, they got Tupac in the store. Let me see what that is.
Look at this, man. Single stitch, Detroit tour joint. Tiger still got teeth. You feel me? Look at that hem. One line old school. $4.99. That's a blessing. Got to save it from the rack. Oh, man, they got all kind of gems in here.
Yo, Pac, would you sign this?
Of course, brother. Slide it over. There you go. Keep your head up, all right?
Thank you, man.
Can you sign mine too?
No doubt. Got you.
Appreciate it.
Tie-dye got sold. Look at that swirl. It's like summer never left. Denim overalls, missing the buckle, still speaking stories. In this jacket, tigers on the chest. Might have to let it roar one more season. Treasure in the pile. You just got to dig with your heart. Look at this.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? He got Tupac in the WWE ring. There you go.
Yo, anybody back there think they got the heart to step up? I'm right here. Oh.
No way.
Yo, anybody?
Is this where we're headed? Is this where we're headed? Is the future scary? AI content. You know? Is this where we're headed? Sinclair says, what if doctored video was used in prosecuting people wrongfully? That's another thing that people aren't thinking about in terms of AI. Right? They had a whole there's a case that went down. I don't know if you guys heard. It's that football player that took his life. I forgot the name of. There's a football player that took his life because he was a part of some type of car accident, and they went back and they looked at the video, and they realized that the young man, the football player, he had nothing to do with it. But the man already took his life. They had all these videos that were fake videos, and the man took his life. The man's no longer here anymore. So yeah, what you're saying is true, Sinclair. This could be alarming. Doctoring videos and doctoring AI images, deep fake content, using people's children and putting them in videos. All of this is dangerous territory. All of it, for prosecuting, for criminal activities. People rewriting history. People taking images and putting them here and putting them there, copying and pasting soulless content. It's crazy. You know? Let me see. It's all crazy. Hold on. I'm just looking for. Let me see. Oh no, I think that's a real photo right there. That was a real photo. Yeah, they got MLK and Raising Cane's. MLK and Raising Cane's.
Cane's for the very first time. This basket of chicken and fries is proof that simple things done with care can bring people together.
Enjoy, sir.
Thank you. Today, my friends, I stepped into Cane's for the very first time. This basket of chicken and fries is proof that simple things done with care can bring people together.
Enjoy.
Very disrespectful. Very disrespectful to the image of Martin Luther King. Very disrespectful to even put him in that predicament. To having it like come on, it's disrespectful. There's no way else to splice it. There's nowhere else to look at it. Somebody said, FBA said, Pac and Nipsey, the tag team champion. Yeah, I seen all of those. I seen a lot of that. They had a lot of those videos where they had Pac in the WWE. Let me see if I can play some of those other ones where he's in like the WWE. Let me see. I'll go back to some of that. Yeah, he's like in the WCW and all of that. It's ridiculous. Let's play it.
Please, the roof is coming off for Tupac Shakur. He looks like he was born to walk that ramp. Yo, anybody back there think they got the heart to step up?
We just played that. Well, a little bit of it. Here you go.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Wolfpack is in the house. Shout out to Nash. Y'all feeling that? It's real out here. Your boy Pac repping Whoa, black and white for life. West side, Wolfpack side. We Vegas to Atlanta, the Outlaws in the building. Y'all feel that?
Make some noise for the newest member of Monday Nitro.
He's walking right out with us.
Tupac and the DX.
Are you kidding me? That's Tupac Shakur. Tupac is in the Rumble. Listen to this place. Talk about your songs. Talk about John 3:16. Pac 3:16 says, I just capped your ass.
Strong words from Tupac Shakur.
Yo, big shout to everybody in this building tonight. Y'all know what it is, representing for the West Coast, but rocking that D Generation X green. And before we get it lit, gotta send love to the showstopper.
Let me ask y'all this, right? If you were a relative, let's say you was Tupac's sister, Tupac. Let's say if Tupac had children, right? If Tupac had children, or if you were related, you were close, how would you feel about this? What would you do? What would you do? And somebody's taking your likeness. Let's take it off of Tupac, because no disrespect to Tupac. Tupac wasn't a freedom fighter. He's not like, he's not a Martin Luther King. He's not a Malcolm X. He's not a Huey Newton. He's not a, he's not one of those. He's an entertainer, respectfully. Pac is an entertainer. But let's focus on a lot of the historical figures in politics and civil rights, Malcolm X, people like that, Martin Luther King. How would y'all feel? And you're seeing content like Martin Luther King and Raising Cane's and stealing buckets of chicken and all of these different things that they got Martin Luther King doing. Let me go back to that. Yeah, Raising Cane commercials. And how would y'all feel? How would y'all feel?
Have you ever had a dream where Netflix stopped fucking your wallet? Over and over they are in there like the goddamn TSA at that book.
How would y'all feel if you was a relative of Martin Luther King and you seen this type of content, disrespecting the life and legacy of Martin Luther King, Look, Martin Luther King in a WWE ring. Hold on, let's play that. Got Martin Luther King in a WWE ring with Tupac.
Tonight in this ring, we stand together because justice is louder than fear and hope hits harder than hate.
That's right.
I am not selling out. I am buying in on the future. I have a dream, not for any of you, but one that is me holding that WWE championship. Malcolm, the only rights you'll ever have are the ones coming from my hand. You make me sick. You think these people care about you? You are nothing without me. You want a dream? On Sunday you'll have one, because I'll be putting you to sleep. On Sunday, I took care of business. Now my opponent can stay behind bars where he belongs. You can chant, you can cry, you can hate all you like, but facts don't waver. My dream is now complete. I am the WWE champion, and the only right you'll ever have is the one to remain silent.
I am not here to challenge you. I am here to acknowledge you.
Come on. Why would I need your support when I've already proved I don't need anyone?
Listen to this place. WWE champion has the whole arena raining down hatred.
No, but the fact remains, your dream became my reality. You all wanted a dreamer to cheer for. I gave you that. But dreams die when I decide they do.
How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel, man? How do y'all feel? Sinclair says, just as a history buff, this is dangerous. Rewriting history is a disservice to everyone. I agree. I agree. King Christian says, Pac was an artist and revolutionary. I disagree. Pac was an artist, yes. Pac was a artist. He was a movie star. He was a incredible rapper. He was I'm gonna just say he was an artist. When people say Pac was a revolutionary, how was Pac a revolutionary? We have to we gotta stop. I understand. Listen, I understand. Tupac shot 2 undercover officers. You know, I understand that he wrote Brenda's Got a Baby. I understand that he wrote songs like Keep Your Head Up. You know, he was deeply influenced by the Black Panthers. His mother was a Black Panther. But we gotta stop. Tupac was not a revolutionary. Tupac was a great rapper. He was a great artist. He was a hell of an actor. I thought he had a talent in being an actor. But Tupac ain't never stood on no front lines for the people, man. He perpetuated gangster rap. He perpetuated gangster rap. Even if he was trying to be a revolutionary, right? Walk with me, King Christian, walk with me. Even if he was trying to ultimately become a freedom fighter or a revolutionary, as you say, right? All of that work became undone when he perpetuated the East Coast, West Coast rap. He perpetuated that beef. He could have stopped it. He could have said, you know what? And we're gonna have an even deeper discussion about, you know, Biggie. But he could have said, you know what? This is stupid. Why are me and Biggie beefing? Let's come together. Let's work together. Right? Let's stop beefing. He could have stopped that. He perpetuated. You know why? Do you want to know why he perpetuated? I got to keep it real, and I love Tupac because it sold records. Suge got into his ear, right? In a scoop, got into his ear, and they realized that the beef was selling records. Tupac was selling like $5-6 million copies of his albums. The beef was selling. So he perpetuated gangster rap. He perpetuated that stuff. He wasn't on no front lines. Remember, before he went to prison, it was Brenda Got a Baby, Dear Mama, Keep Your Head Up. When he gets out of prison and Suge Knight signs him, he's the biggest gangster on the planet. He's the biggest death row gangster gangster in the planet. He perpetuating, got the, you know, he's throwing up West Side. Punching niggas at casinos, starting rap wars. Tupac is not a revolutionary. Respectfully, he's not. He's not a revolutionary. We got to stop. He's not a revolutionary. Malcolm X, revolutionary. Nat Turner, revolutionary. Assata Shakur, revolutionary. Even though I have my criticisms of him, MLK, revolutionary. Pac can't hold a candle to those individuals. He can't hold a candle to those people. Those are real revolutionaries. So when you say Pac is a revolutionary, I disagree. He's not. He can't hold a candle to those people. He ain't never been on the front line for his people. He got in the booth and made some inspirational songs. Great. That's not being a revolutionary. That's just being an entertainer. You're just being an artist that reflects the times. You're like Marvin Gaye. You're like Stevie Wonder. You're like Ray Charles. You were an artist that reflected the time. That's what Tupac was. He was an artist that reflected the times. We've had those. Michael Jackson reflected the 80s, right? Marvin Gaye, he reflected the 70s and the 60s. Ray Charles, he reflected the 60s, the 50s. We've had black artists that reflected the times. Tupac was a great artist that reflected the time of his era, the 90s. He reflected the time. That's what he was. But he was not a revolutionary, you know? Yeah, Malcolm was a revolutionary. That's a fact. Malcolm was a revolutionary. Absolutely. I can't contend that. Malcolm was a revolutionary. Malcolm was a revolutionary. Malcolm was on the front line. Malcolm was on the front line for his people. Malcolm did a lot of great work, right? But Tupac is not a revolutionary. We got to stop that, respectfully. You know, he's an entertainer. He's an incredible rapper. He was I thought he had a lot of potential when it came to being an actor. I thought he had a lot of potential, but he's not a revolutionary, respectfully. But in terms of this, listen, guys, I just want to know you guys' opinion. I want to know you guys' thoughts on this. Do you think that, you know, AI is detrimental? Is it harmful to future generations? Make sure you get in the comment section. Make sure you get into the, and let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you guys think in your words, how you feel about this type of content. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm probably going to come back with another video. I'm gonna see how that works out. But until then, you guys